Hello, I'm Wayward, and this is Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod. I'm excited to bring you this match. The map is Calderis Desert, and the players. As at the north, I can speak, I promise. At the north is Pax, playing the Chaos Lord. And at the south, as the Techmarine, although he's now in the middle of the map, is ManofFaith. So the standard, the classic Chaos versus Space Marines. We'll have to see what happens. That first tactical squad going off to the right, the scouts going off to the left. We have a double cap immediately out the gate for ManofFaith. We'll have to see how that plays out for him. It looks like this Chaos Lord is coming out to the middle of the map to grab power, taking some pot shots there from the Techmarine and returning fire. Just based on the way the models look, I have to assume the Chaos Lord is going to get the better of this one. Also, with the fact that the Techmarine is immediately running away is a clue as well for me. So we've got some Heretics here capturing this victory point. We've got these Chaos Space Marines going for a power node. 2 to 3 is what was going on since one of the models was capturing that power node. So now they're just defending those Heretics. A little bit of a brain slip there. The Heretics over here are taking some pot shots from the Scouts. Down here we have the Chaos Lord continuing to be annoying, chasing off those tactical Marines. We have a suppressive shot there from the Techmarine. Looks like the master-crafted bolter has been researched already or upgraded already on the Techmarine, forcing those Chaos Marines off the field already, not having done too much besides take a bunch of damage. Techmarine continuing to whittle away, Chaos Lord continuing to whittle away the Techmarine, dealing some nasty damage to him. Actually, ManofFaith's Techmarine is getting pretty low. Might be out of commission there. Heretics scaring off the tactical Marine squad. I think they were trying to get up close to use their suppressive explosion. Both heroes, both commander units being chased off the field. Actually, surprising amount of VP loss from our Chaos player already. So ManofFaith going early for those the victory points seems to have paid off for him, especially since he was able to keep Pax so far, at least, on the back foot. Tactical Marine squad doing some power stealing. Speaking of power, both players have a fully upgraded power farm. I think we can all agree the Chaos generators are much cooler looking. Anyway, we have some Chaos Marines going for the central VP. We've got some Heretics over here capturing a requisition point. Power capture and power node upgrade there for ManofFaith on both. These Heretics are going to take forever to take down that power node. Meanwhile, the Techmarine can come out and be annoying. Chaos Space Marines have decided they're not taking that same fall they did before, but immediately being taken out of commission by that piercing shot. We also have Bionics already upgraded for the Techmarine, so a lot of resources going to upgrading that Techmarine so far. Chaos going tier 2 faster than Space Marines. That might give them a bit of an edge. We'll have to see. Chaos Lord scaring off these scouts, trying to capture their position. They hop into that wall structure there. This has to be a player map, right? You've got the cliff texture right there in the building. So Chaos Lord taking some shots there, deciding that's not for him, that's for the birds. He's going to get out of there. A bit of a pincher maneuver here with the scouts and the tactical Marines. I speak too soon, they just want that requisition point. Chaos Lord coming in, getting up close and personal. That's how we say things here. Up close and personal with those tactical Marine squads. I am just tripping all over my tongue today, aren't I? Tactical Marine squads, not tactical Marine squads. Good job, Wayward. Just some kind of random capping and decapping right now. Pax continuing to bleed a little bit of victory points. Continuing to try valiantly, despite the counter system, to destroy these structures with Heretics. They're getting close, but anyway, somewhat more interesting, we have the Scouts and the Tactical Marines finally managing to chase off the Chaos Lord, which is what I had said was happening earlier, so haha, it's finally happening. Meanwhile, that power being recaptured by these Heretics, Chaos Space Marines there on guard. Speaking of Heretics, we've got the Heretics coming in here to fight the Techmarine, being shrugged off by that bionic armor and deciding that discretion is the better part of valor. Meanwhile, we have a Bloodcrusher on the field, and it looks like our Space Marines have also hit Tier 2 and are getting a Razorback. So we'll have to see what can happen with the Bloodcrusher, which I believe is a pretty powerful Tier 2 unit early, but then kind of falls off later, is what I recall. Those Tactical Marines see the Bloodcrusher and decide that for them, discretion has become the better part of valor. Bloodcrusher choosing not to engage and just zoning around, trying to find a spot where it can be useful. Pax finally on to VPs, gonna initiate some VP bleed there from ManofFaith. Got some power farm harass here. Interesting. Techmarine is all the way up north, being super annoying, and getting the Chaos Lord to equip the Combi Flamer to dig him out of that structure. Actually, he comes out before the Combi Flamer becomes useful. There we go. Get some fire on him there. There we go. Nope. There we go. There's the fire. That red Chaos Fire coming out. And Techmarine is getting out of dodge. Meanwhile, we have the Razorback meeting up with the attack squad in it. They popped out just for a second. The Bloodcrusher is backing off, so he's trying to kill that Techmarine. Very low, 31 health. 32. Oh, just barely getting away. Razorback is able to kite the Bloodcrusher going backwards while popping out some Tactical Marines who have, by the way, upgraded their rocket launcher. These Heretics have a aspiring champion already. Let's see. These ones, I don't think, have one yet. The tide of battle turns toward the righteous. Tactical Marines taking that VP point. Meanwhile, over here we've got some Chaos guys and our Chaos Lord with his Combi Flamer taking VP. So all the VPs are contested right now. Two from Chaos, one from the Space Marines. Plague Marines are on the field, one of my all-time personal favorites. Nice to see them. I'm glad to have them and their delightful ooey gooey trail of deliciousness. Pax trying some flanking, managing to kind of grab a big portion of the top of the map, and now triple capping on his opponent with those Plague Marines. We do have a Dreadnought coming out to join the forces of the Techmarine. Always a welcome addition, definitely an iconic unit. Got that Mark Korn coming out, got some buffs going down on the Chaos units. That's what Chaos likes to do. That's what they like to see. That's how they like to operate. Meanwhile, in the center of the map, we've kind of got some, Space Marines coming out. We have a Devastator Plasma Cannon squad out here, getting a setup weapon in the center. So far, Pax has kind of stayed out of the center. He's right now trying to hold the right side of the map. Techmarine stealing a requisition point over here. Razorback coming to support him. There's a power node up for grabs there. It looks like Pax being obliging and kind of running right into that devastated plasma squad, dodging the plasma shot, though, so all is okay for now. Oh, Chaos Heretics running into the absolute worst spot for them to be right now, losing a lot of models there and getting out a little too late. Chaos Lord coming in, trying to chase off the Razorback, again putting himself in kind of a weird position. Pax looks like he's waffling a little bit, not entirely sure how to engage, and that is opening up. We actually have another Devastator squad coming out as well, so pretty big army from ManofFaith right now. He's committing very heavily to Tier 2. Bloodcrusher sees its opening, comes in, takes a massive swing at that Razorback, and is now able to take some swings at the Techmarine to Plague Marines. Here we've got the Mark of Corn going down, suppression coming in, I think, from the Techmarine. Dreadnought coming in, trying to do some stuff, kills actually a model on that Plague Marine squad immediately, and that is a full retreat from Pax. Things feeling pretty bad for Pax right now, actually. ManofFaith has a really hard army to attack into. The Devastator Marine squad and the Plasma Cannon Devastator providing some heavy firepower. And as much as I hate to say it, I love these Plague Marines, but they don't seem to have done too much besides die a little bit so far. Razorback about to take another big hit from the Bloodcrusher. That's very strange that it's balanced to be able to hide the Bloodcrusher like that. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe it's the buff that the Bloodcrusher needs. I'm not sure. Pax getting a little low on those VPs. He's at 272. Not unrecoverable at this point, but it looks like how ManofFaith is playing is he's trying to kind of hold down the middle, and then he can attack either way if he needs to. Nice hit there from the Plague Marines, who are, I think, overextending themselves a little bit, pulling back. Plague Marines look like they're going to take a pot shot at the Dreadnought. That did not do much. Another Dreadnought comes out. Plague Marines are suffering from suppression thanks to this Devastator squad. Devastator shot does miss the Plague Marines. Bloodcrusher not wanting to attack the two Dreadnoughts makes sense. Chaos Lord coming down to deal with the suppression, but making himself vulnerable to a lot of ancillary damage. Bloodcrusher doing a respectable job against one Dreadnought, one actually getting very low. Chaos Lord chasing off the Devastating Marines, going for the next Plasma squad, and then getting out himself. Things are going really well for Pax for a second there, but being forced to retreat. His Chaos Marines, he's got the Plague Marines going back to base. Another pretty much full retreat for Pax, which is not where you want to be. Techmarine leveling up to level 3 while decapping this requisition point, and things starting to look a little bleak for Pax, although Pax is at Tier 3, so he has a potential tech advantage coming, not here yet, but on the way. We'll have to see what he manages to get at Tier 3, probably going for the Great Unclean One, but we'll have to take a look and see. He does have a lot of resources banked up right now.
Press on to victory, Space Marines.
So he's got a significant resource advantage over ManofFaith, although he's at a supply or pop cap disadvantage. These Heretics are going to capture this requisition point, but having to capture back his default requisition point is really kind of brutal. Chaos Space Marines capturing a VP, the entire army coming down here to this requisition point. I think this is just where Pax is in the game right now. Not ideal to have to try to death wall around like this. Another kind of fruitless chase of the Razorback. That's really frustrating as a watcher to see, like, this unit, this melee unit, can't engage this really fast maneuverable, survivable vehicle that just feels wrong to watch. Razorback is a really solid all-rounder. Getting a little bit out of the position and then pulling back. Techmarine coming in to, I think, disrupt things further. Bloodcrusher punishing that a little bit. Techmarine does not want to get involved in this fight. From his death ball, Pax is kind of starting to fray a little bit around the edges. The Plague Marines coming into contact with the Techmarine, being forced back. Chaos Lord responding, but it's going to be hard to attack into these. And the Dreadnoughts both have been upgraded with multi-meltas, which are frightening weapons, actually. Bloodcrusher charging in, trying to take some hits. The Plague Marines very close to dying and are actually going to go down to the Bloodcrushers. We do have the Great Unclean One on the field coming in to help, but things are looking pretty bad. These Chaos Heretics in a lot of danger go down as well to the Dreadnoughts. And now poor Pax has lost basically everything except this Great Unclean One who's coming in to have a grudge match with whatever he can find. Now, the Great Unclean One is a very, very powerful unit. I'm not sure how it's going to shake out with these two Meltas on him. He's got a ton of hit points. That vomited basically nothing. Yeah, we'll have to see. Pax does have some resources banked up, but he lost basically everything.
None can stop the crusade of the righteous.
No, and the Great Unclean One not doing significant damage to these Dreadnoughts with his sword. And I think that prompts Pax to bow out. And we've got a squad over here trying to recapture this victory point. Pretty big VP disparity, huge supply disparity. What was it, 48 to 82. Yeah, so very, very painful loss there at the end for Pax. Those multi-meltas just were murdering everything in the face, and that's really not where poor Pax wanted to be. Yeah, that was a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing with this for now, and we can talk a little bit about how the match played out. So I was questioning ManofFaith in the beginning about this victory point first. He managed to capitalize on that, right? He kind of kept holding the middle, recapturing the points, keeping a laser focus on continuing to grab those and keep the VP drain on his opponent. That put some pressure on Pax to try to make things happen. And then ManofFaith, it was kind of like, to me, it was like a hammer versus a scalpel. Pax, came in and smashed and hit and threw his tantrums and whacked around, but ManofFaith had a plan and executed on it very precisely. Managed to keep the momentum going, managed to hold the ground, not take significant losses, and that added up over time. And then it was just a matter of Pax kind of slipping up there at the end and suffering an irrecoverable loss to having most of his army vanish in front of him. To me, it was kind of a psychological thing, as well as a I don't know. I'm running out of steam here, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I've actually cast this like 3 times. I keep getting just distracted, so I've watched this match a ton of times. But anyway, really interesting to watch. Kind of Pax his brain crumble in front of him in real time as ManofFaith says, no, you're done. I do think from a gameplay balance standpoint, as kind of a relative newcomer to Dawn of War 2, it was very frustrating to me to see the Razorback being such a good all-around unit. It's not very fragile. It's got a suppressive weapon. It's got a 360-degree turret. So at least the things that Pax threw against it, none of them were a very good response. The Bloodcrusher couldn't catch it. The Plague Marines did not deal enough damage to have it risk dying. Something either longer ranged and or dealing more damage might have been, or something maybe very fast that was able to chase it. I'm not entirely sure what the situation was, but my initial feeling with the Razorback is that it's a very, very powerful all-rounder unit. The Dreadnoughts, too, were able to deal very good damage against infantry and other armored units, which was frustrating a little bit to see. And I'm not entirely sure what the over-under is on that from a gameplay perspective, but as like I said, a relative newcomer, the Dreadnoughts seemed quite powerful, and the Razorback was a tremendous amount of utility. Anyway, I'm Wayward. This is Dawn of War 2. Great match. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.